Classes in session. Wait a minute. Get a little sip here. Nice. So recently, I've been taking this up a notch or two because I've been thinking about all the ways to bring you the value. And one of the ways that I've been bringing new value to this channel and to all of my viewers is by allowing you to come into my sacred sanctuary, the kitchen. Now, some of you don't know this, and many of you do. Cooking is really my first love. So from this point on, I'm going to allow you to walk into my kitchen, to walk into my head, and discover some amazing recipes that you yourself can duplicate and bring your family a ton of joy. So I want you to stay tuned, stay locked, and get ready for an amazing meal. So welcome to another Sunday in New York City, and the coronavirus ain't got nothing on us. My name is JB the Mentor, and I would like to introduce you to my first love, cooking. Today's recipe and meal will be short ribs. So I would like to start off with some peppers. So the first thing that you would do for this meal is get yourself a red pepper, cut it up, like so. Cut all of this out here, right here. Okay, then we would take the red pepper, we would split it just like this. I think you get the idea, so that's one. Then we would take this beautiful pepper right here. We would do the same thing. Come back right here. Take out the parts that we're not going to use. Split it down the middle, right? Put it down the middle. We go one, just like this. So we have red peppers, orange peppers. Then we're going to take our onion. I'm going to do like so. Split this right here so we can get the top layer off. Now, I believe that when you're preparing a meal, it's no different than a relationship. And what I mean by that is that when you prepare a meal, you must be prepared to make love. And so when you're making love, you take into account all the details, the kissing, the caressing. In this case, it's about all of the ingredients. It's about all of the steps and walking all of you through all of the steps that it will take to prepare these short ribs. Now we have red peppers, orange peppers, and onions. So they say, or I should say, I say, that when you're preparing food, it's like making love, because you have to take all of the details into account. So anybody who prepares food, the number one thing that you have to do if you're going to show somebody by preparing a meal is to make sure that you walk them through step by step. So the first thing that I'm going to do, so my first step is to wash off this meat. Wash it off. going to pat it down. Pat it down like so. I'll pat all of this meat down, dry it off for you. Now that I have the meat clean, ahead, I'm going to spread this meat out, right? So, I'm going to take onions, spread onions. I'm going to take red peppers and orange peppers and spread it all through here. Then my next step is to season all of this. So one other little thing that we're going to add is some sliced garlic, and we're going to sprinkle this all around here. And so there we go, garlic. So my first order of business is this Hungarian sweet paprika. So we're going to take this paprika and go all over this meat. Just like that. Then I'm going to take white, black pepper, sprinkle it all over. All over. My next seasoning, garlic powder. Garlic powder. So my next seasoning is Goya adobo. All over, saturated. And then I have some Creole blend, and we're going to hit it, make it nice and red. So the next seasoning we want to use is we want to use some Sassoon Goya. And we're going to take this and we're going to go all over. Just like that. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add some olive oil to this. Nice, just like that. Sprinkle it all over. There we go. This is going to make some nice bang bang. Okay? And we're going to take everything and we're going to mix it just like this. Just like this. Just like this. And in fact, I'm going to add some more adobo. And my dominant season, that anybody that prepares a meal must have a dominant season. So my dominant season for this week is this Creole blend. That's my dominant season. And we're going to come back with just a little bit more black pepper. So now that we have all of this at hand here, look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? My last thing that I'm going to add is I'm going to take some of this. It's my secret weapon. Some of this balsamic vinegar. And I'm going to add this to this mix and sprinkle it lightly, just like that. There we go. So my next step is to go to a hot pan, put some oil in there, and hit it for about 2 minutes until it's nice and brown, because I want the seasons to be absorbed and I want them to be seared into this meat. Okay. So we're going to take some oil, we're going to add some olive oil to the pan. We're going to let it get hot. And then we're going to begin to sear the seasoning in this oil and then stick it in this oven. So here we go. Look at that. So we're going to take it one by one. Each piece one by one. As they say, you can't skip corners on love, and you can't skip corners on preparing a meal. Stick one more here, one more, and then here we go. So you always see me browning food because you get the best results when you do this. Now, I don't always recommend this, but it depends on what you're looking for and what the goal is. Now, I usually take the time to prepare the food, sit it in the refrigerator, and let it sit for a couple days. But I don't have that kind of time to do that. So if you're preparing a meal and you want to do everything in one day, this is how you do it. When you're cooking the meal in one day that you just want to season it, stick it in the oven, get it done so that you can get it on the table for your family, then this is what you would do. But normally, if I was to let this seasoning sit in here for 2 to 3 days, I wouldn't do any of this. I would take it out, sit it in room temperature for about an hour, and then stick it in the oven. So look at that. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to turn it over, right? We just want it a little brown. That's just a little brown. That's a little brown, just like that. Ooh, look at that. Remember, when you're preparing beef, you're just trying to brown it. You never let it sit too long in the pan because you don't want to make the meat tough. The goal is to take the seasonings and the meat and to force them into each other like the perfect relationship. So what I'm going to do, take them out one by one, sit it into my nice roaster. Having an amazing roaster is also part of the game too. As you can see, I have a great roaster. I'm going to put this in here one by one. I'm going to take the remaining pieces, put them in so that I can brown them. I just have a few that need to be brown. Here we go. Here we go. So step by step, I started preparing meals when I was 9 years old. And I didn't do it out of boredom. I did it because I used to watch my grandmother prepare food all the time, and she was a great cook. And even till this day, I try to mimic some of the meals that she prepared, but I could never do it. But those food memories are still deep in my memory, and I always long for some of those plates. But at this point, I know that if I haven't figured out how to prepare those meals by now, I never do it. So I went to the second best thing. So I started to get creative in the kitchen and prepare my own meals. And so now what you see is a compilation of different experiences that I've had in the kitchen for over probably 45 years. And I've become pretty good at it, and so can you if you have a deep passion for this. Go. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to turn this off. Okay. So this is where the lovemaking comes in. So we seasoned it. We browned it. And now we're going to add just a few more ingredients and then stick this bad boy in the oven. So, we're going to add a little basil to this. A little basil. There we go. Right? Some browning right here, or what I call gravy master. That's what my grandmother used to call it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, all over, right? All over. Not too much. And then the last thing, the secret weapon, sugar, brown sugar. You take that brown sugar like so, just like this, and sprinkle it just like that, all over. This is going to give it a different taste, and all of this is going to caramelize, and it's going to be unbelievable. Now that's what I call making bang bang for your stomach. And the last thing is we're going to hit it one more time with a little bit of this blend. So, I don't usually share this, but this is my secret weapon right here. This is Moscato, and I love it. I'm going to add it to this meat. And I'm just going to do like this. So this is going to create my gravy. This is going to create my sauce. And we're good to go. So ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to stick this in the oven. So we're in the final stages now. So seasoned, it's brown, it's ready to go in the oven. I'm going to cover this. For you. Just like that. This is going to go in the oven at 405 degrees for 2 hours and a half. And when we take this out, this should be perfect, tender, and melt in your mouth. So, I believe that it's done, it's prepared, and let's see, here we go. See all of this goodness. I'll remove this. Look at how beautiful is that. Look at the gravy, look at the meat, nice and round. This is the way you want it. This is what you call succulent bang bang. So my finishing touches to this meal is corn, and what you see on here is a little Goya, a little black pepper, and a little tab of butter. And that will be ready in about 2 minutes. And right here is my white rice. So there'll be white rice, beef short ribs, and corn. Okay, so the finishing results. So you'll put a little rice here. Put a little rice there on this one. Put a little rice here on this one. Right? Because I'm doing the dad thing through this corona. Right? There you go. Right? Then I know you might ask, why am I always preparing corn? Because it's my son's favorite. So I try to prepare something that I know he's going to enjoy. And then here's the goodness right here. So this is the bang bang right there. 1. Two. Then to top this off, I'm going to put this right here on the side. And then this is for me because he doesn't eat onions. But for me, look at that. How succulent is that? Whew, look at that. So I tabled this for you. How beautiful is that, ladies and gentlemen? I want to thank you for tuning in to Sundays with JB the Mentor. It's been a pleasure. If you have any recommendations on any meals that you would like me to prepare, please leave the recommendations below. Remember to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell in the middle so that when new content is released, you'll be the first ones to receive it. And remember, if something is in your belly, that means something is right.